are AC Milan 7-time champions of Europe, but they've only made it once to the round of 16 in the past decade. And I'm still processing that shit because how? I went from watching AC Milan legends like Kaká win Ballon d'Ors to watching Theo Hernandez headline the Oscars. I need therapy. I need to go to therapy as an AC Milan fan. It's been, 8 hours since the match? I still don't have words. I feel like this is about to be a venting session on the Caroline Salemi show. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell so you guys are notified about my next video. And honestly, please subscribe because I need friends now more than ever, especially you Milanistas, because if there's anyone who understands the pain, it's you. So in my last Champions League predictions video, I brought a damn candle and I lit it like a crazy lady to send the good vibes out to my Milan. So I brought my candle and I brought my lighter and we're gonna light this candle together and bring the good vibes and good energy for AC Milan. Champions League. And did it work? I wish. Instead, I'm sitting here tired. Guys, I am tired after that match.
Help! Help!
I need to vent. I need a safe space, and I feel like I'm in a safe space. So with that being said, I have 3 things I want to talk about after AC Milan versus Feyenoord in the second leg of the Champions League.
Popcorn, anyone?
First up, let's start with the sliver of positive from today's match. I wouldn't even call it positive, but the sliver of hope. Santiago Gimenez. Santi scores within the first 60 seconds of this match at San Siro against Feyenoord, his former club, now giving AC Milan the lead within the first minute of the match. And now we are tied on aggregate.
I can't believe this!
Wow, thank the football gods, the candle is working, Milan are working, and at this point, we're going through into the round of 16. You have hope. Because if one goal scored in the first minute, God knows when the rest of the 89 minutes goes by, we're going to score more.
You thought wrong.
At that moment, Santiago Gimenez has 4 goals and assists in 5 matches for Milan. And you know what? I couldn't be happier for him. The critics were saying that he didn't have the ability to come in Serie A to handle the pressure. Well, you know what? I know there's a lot of games left, but I think he's handling the pressure just fine because to have a start like the start he's having, what more do you want from him? I know in that first leg, he could have been better against Feyenoord. He probably had to shake some nerves off. He's human. And in the second leg, at San Siro, he put on his Milan jersey. He was dialed in. You can see it in his eyes. And boom, golazo.
Whoa, high five.
So like I said, at this point, with Santi's goal, Milan are tied on aggregate. And not only was that a huge goal for Santi, but it gave Milan all the momentum. They were dominating Feyenoord. Like I said, we were anticipating more goals for Milan to come. The ball was in Milan's court until this happened. I'm not laughing because I'm happy or laughing because I think this is funny. This is peak emotional damage. My second point that I want to talk about, Theo Hernandez. I wish there was a camera on me when Theo Hernandez got his first yellow card, because what the was that? What was that? Honestly, Theo Hernandez was very lucky not to get a red card with the first yellow card he got, because the way he dragged that Feyenoord player down for like the span of 5 seconds was relentless. What are you doing? Hernandez is such a good player with such experience at a club level and an international level. You think that in a match of this magnitude, where it's a must-win for Milan, he would keep his cool. I'm sorry, but it's giving anger issues. And not only that, that first yellow card, let's say that was the only yellow card Theo Hernandez got. You know what? We're still screwed because our starting left back is now out of the round of 16 if Milan advance. So Hernandez, what are you doing? Bro, like, what are you doing? The ref is right there, and he's just ripping that Feyenoord player down. I'm sitting there like, you got to be smarter than that. It was so dumb. The only way to explain it, I'm sorry. I like Theo Hernandez. I love my Milan, but we're just going to talk about it the way it is.
That's fair.
But it gets better for Milan fans, as it always does, because if one yellow card for Hernandez wasn't enough, why not one more? Here's a real-time Instagram story I posted. Genuine reaction to Hernandez's second yellow card crashing out. Take a look.
Being a Milan fan is the best thing in the world and one of the hardest things in the world. Yes, I'm watching the Champions League as I walk. This is the only way I can de-stress and get things done. Theo Hernandez! Both yellow cards were so dumb! In such an important match. Finally, Santiago Gimenez gets us tied on aggregate. We're at Conceicao. We're going to put Feyenoord away. We're going to advance into the round of 16. First yellow card was so unnecessary. Keep your cool. You're an experienced, good footballer. Keep your cool. And then the second one, why are we diving? And you know what? Kudos to the ref. It's about time we give cards for diving. Of course it has to be against Milan, but like, come on.
I don't know if I have anything else to say. I don't know if I have anything else to say. So much so that I just repeated myself. There is nothing else to say because it's very simple. Theo Hernandez cost us the game today. This was 100% a dive. We all saw it from our TVs. The ref saw it in 4K right there. Look at the Feyenoord player's face. He was like, this is good. Where's the popcorn? Real time. And to do something like that, when you're already riding a yellow card in a match with such high stakes.
So crazy.
Crazy!
And you want to know the best part, and by best I mean worse, but you guys know what I mean, is that after that red card, naturally, all that momentum that AC Milan built, gone. Gone like the wind. And now we head into my last and final point. Honestly, you can call it the final straw. Yeah, because I'm still thinking about it. Substitutions. Starting off with Christian Pulisic, and you can tell me he didn't have the most unbelievable game. Sure. But what do we know about Pulisic? He has the second most goals on AC Milan, and he has the most assists on the team. And we also know that Pulisic is good for an important goal. He comes up in clutch moments. So why the hell are we taking him off? Why is he coming off the pitch? We need goals. Why are we playing for penalties? The game's tied on aggregate. Why are we taking off Christian Pulisic? Oh, but it gets better. Because then Santiago Gimenez, the guy who scored the only goal for AC Milan, the guy who has 3 goals for AC Milan so far, the guy who just scored against his former club in the Champions League, is coming off the pitch? Did I miss something? Why are we doing that? If there was anyone to get locked and loaded again, it's Santi. Why are we pulling him?
Great question.
And last but not least, because our blood pressure is already going through the roof, why not take off Reinders? The guy who has the most goals for AC Milan. A quality player. One of the best midfielders in Serie A. Why are we taking him off? Why are we taking off Pulisic, Santi, and Reinders and keeping João Felix and Rafael Leao, with respect, because I love Leao, on the pitch? Leao had a poor second half. If we're going to take someone off, I'm sorry, let it be him. And I've expressed to you guys how I feel about João Felix. I need a moment before I get into João Felix.
She happens to be going through a tough time now.
He had a decent first half, okay? Don't get me wrong. Moved well, on and off the ball at times, had a couple good shots on target. But was he great? Is he a great footballer? No, and this PR machine that is being shoved down our throats cannot convince me otherwise. I'm staying woke to the fact that he hasn't been great since Benfica. And sure, is he an awful player? No, I'm not saying that. I want him to be great. But at this moment in time against Feyenoord, he didn't have a good overall game. Why is he on the pitch? Why is Conceicao moving him up the pitch to then become the striker and taking off Pulisic and Santi? Do we really think João Felix is the guy to win the game for AC Milan? He's not a game-changing type of player. He hasn't been for the last 73 clubs he's been at in the last 4.5 months. Damn! I need to take a deep breath. Oh my God.
Man, you just need to let that go. Just woosah.
I say this with my whole heart. I wish João Felix the absolute best. I want him to do well. But I can't see the comparisons to Kaká anymore, because the reality is that those two players are in completely different stratospheres. I'm tired of seeing these AC Milan highlight reels like we've just signed prime Ronaldinho, and he's been with us for 4.5 seconds and quite honestly hasn't done anything spectacular aside from score in his debut for AC Milan, which, by the way, is what he does historically for each club that he goes to. And then we don't really see him do anything else. So the fact that Conceicao kept Felix on and took other players off, to me, is just mind-blowing. And again, with respect to Rafael Leao, because I think he's such a huge talent, he didn't have a strong second half. There are other players that should have come off in that second half that weren't Pulisic, Santi, and Reinders. Period.
Oh, snap.
Honestly, guys, I'm sweating. I am sweating. And it's because I just love my club so much. I'm passionate about AC Milan. I want to see them do well. I want to watch a TV one day in the near future and cry because we're holding up a Champions League trophy or the Scudetto again. But it doesn't feel like that's going to happen anytime soon. Today's loss is 100% on Theo Hernandez's shoulders with those diabolical yellow cards and on the conscience of Conceicao. As a manager, those substitutions in a match like today, in a second leg of the Champions League, where we're riding on everything, they cannot happen. Yep. I'm going to end on this. Congratulations to Feyenoord and their fans. Wow, do you guys deserve it. And I'm saying this genuinely and wholeheartedly as a Milanista. The first leg, you took it to Milan, and 48 hours prior to that match, you guys sacked your manager? Kudos. Hats off to you guys. Second leg, you're down to Milan within the first 60 seconds of the match at San Siro. Do you falter? No. You guys dug deep. You found a way to win. You found a way to advance. Congratulations, guys. You deserve it. Well done. Listen, guys, I've been a Milan fan since the day I could remember. I've survived many decades, many days of darkness, okay? I will always stick by this club. I will always love this club, and my passion will always remain for this club. But sometimes it's just so hard to be a Milan fan and to be happy at the same time. It's just so hard in this new day and age. So please let me know that I'm not alone, because tough times. Times are tough, but the good news is you can only go up from here. So I can't wait for the day that I make a video celebrating the fact that we won the Champions League, because you know what's coming. And then we're going to revert back to this video. In the meantime, please tell me I'm not alone and send help.